I'm worried there's going to be an echo, though. Can you pull up the stream on your phone a little bit and see if the audio sounds okay? Please. What are the doors? What's that? Okay, Clumpy. Any better? How about this? What's worse? Okay, I guess we'll just do that. I still don't think this is ideal because it's tiny. It looks tiny to me at least.
In comparison to the screen space,
Yeah. What if I did? Does it sound okay on your phone?
Oh, I was waiting for you to tell me I was live. Sorry.
Oh, I've been live, yeah.
That's why I put on my headphones so I could.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'll say something.
Something. You hear me? On the stream? We can? No?
There's a 10-second delay.
Oh, 10 seconds. Great. 10 seconds. Great. Thank you. Do you think I should start with the lover's card?
Love disc?
Apple and love disc. Maybe love disc in the water and apple on land, I think is what you had said. I wish I could find the sketch you made. Hey Seth.
Hey, why is your voice echoing?
What?
Your voice is echoing.
I don't know.
You have the sound on your phone and on the.
I have nothing coming out, so there shouldn't be an echo. Though.
Is it just me?
God almighty.
I mean, I like hearing you twice.
Stop. What about now?
It's not echoing out.
Okay.
Really?
I guess. Okay. There is that big sketch pad on that shelf. Can you bring it to me, please? Is it still echoing?
Yeah, it's just way quieter now.
What about now? Is it still echoing right now?
No, I think so.
Okay. Thank you, Seth. I turned off everything that could make a noise on my phone.
It's like venti.
Oh, forgot to put that in here.
So it's the lover's card.
Yes. I'm just trying to find your original sketch of it.
I don't even remember sketching it.
I'm pretty sure you did it in this big notebook. I could also just do police swooper.
Either one, really.
I forgot about the spindas.
Next time you know to do all the paper rustling before your stream.
Oh, sorry.
It's super loud.
I wasn't planning on doing it at all.
Okay.
I didn't really have a plan beyond stream. Just because I've been so out of it. Sorry, I'm trying to be quieter. My rustly papers.
Hey, look, this is the guy who makes up not much noise in the movies.
Specifically when it's quiet. I forgot about the little fairy types. What if I just did doodles? What? Can't tell if you're laughing at me or something else. It is really so cool to look through these rough sketches we did on coffee dates and see that I've already completed the end piece. Here we go. Yeah. You're the one who did this sketch.
Oh, I did do it.
See?
Oh, yeah, I don't remember doing that at all.
I really like it. It's really cute. You also had the people one idea, but I don't think I want to do people. I still think I want to do that, but I might do a variant. All right.
Yay, it's time to start drawing.
Yeah. I'm also trying to get used to I'm trying to get used to this app again. I haven't done any digital art in like half a year. I have Anastasia songs stuck in my head.
From the musical?
No, from the good one.
Dang. Really
I wanted to like the musical. It's just they didn't do the greatest job. I would prefer a shorter musical with better songs.
How about a longer musical with worse songs? Sometimes I think being worse is better than being boring. At least then
It's comical.
it gets something out of that.
I'm just kind of transposing the original sketch for now.
So I figured out a way that I can support you, a lot of people in the chat, to help you keep engaged.
Mm-hmm.
On Reddit and find to read you and get your commentary on them.
Oh, thank you.
What do you think?
I like that. I appreciate it. It's really hard to just be on stream. Like when I had a stream and there was nobody. It was really hard to like keep up the motivation.
We have a good story for you. T by carrying a car battery in my backpack.
Why would you put a car battery in your backpack? Why would you put a car battery in your backpack? Go on.
All right. So my roommate had jump started every once in a while. Eventually, I decided enough wasn't. These things generally last about 3 years, and around that long, so I should replace it. The removal found were of little help since they were apparently for a slightly different model of car or something. I had pretty good self-confidence at this point. I should have enjoyed that feeling while it lasted. The next step was to get a card for a rebate. It says on the battery you can turn it in there for a recycle. Yes. And I can't exactly drive it all the way there since my car is. I can head down to the local train station, which is a fair distance. You could have driven to Walmart, taken the battery out of your car. Anyways, things go okay considering. My back is aching trying to carry this thing in a backpack for over a 15-minute walk, but I survive.
Oh my God.
I make it to the train.
It ripped through the backpack. Sorry, go on.
But I survive. I make it onto the train, get off the way to the Walmart, feeling sore but otherwise fine. It takes a while to find a replacement. As it turns out, the manufacturer had changed the batteries around slightly in the 3 years it was originally purchased. It's a bit of a headache to find a closer replacement, but I don't pay it much mind, and I put it into my back. It's the same size and voltage. How different could it be? Somehow, it takes me until I'm on the train back to notice something amiss. Putting my backpack onto the seat next to me, I notice the battery has torn a hole right through the bottom. Sucks to be sure, but that backpack was old, and this thing is heavy with pretty sharp corners. I just have to get this thing back to my place somehow. Then my hand comes away sticky.
Ugh.
And I notice the fluid pooling up in a wet spot on my lower back. Ah, man, they gave me a defective bag. It's leaking everywhere, I thought. Cradling the torn, dripping remains of my backpack and the battery is out of the next stop and get a lift back to the store, reasoning that I certainly won't be able to deal with a 10-minute walk from the station to Walmart with a busted backpack and I'm back for me. After some difficulty figuring out the pickup location, I get into the car and cradle the dripping pack in my lap, thinking that I don't want to get this guy's car seat too dirty. Bad move, as it turns out, because in short order, my crotch starts feeling rather uncomfy. I remember a rather important fact about car batteries. They're full of sulfuric acid. Doing my best to ignore the steadily growing burning sensation throughout most of my lap region on the way over, I think the driver and get out in the store parking lot to return the battery. I put the battery in a cart and toss my backhead, which at this point has been utterly ruined, into a nearby trash can. The employees at the return desk were apologetic after hearing my battery started leaking right after, and they gave me a gift card with the value of the battery on it. So I can't really think too much about rebates, and I hurry over to the bathroom to hopefully make some attempt at cleaning myself up. On the way, a lady says to me, "Happy New Year to you. God bless." A badly stained shirt and hands, as well as my generally disheveled look at this point. I'm pretty sure she thought I was homeless. Anyways, after I muttered "you too" to the lady, I'm in a bathroom stall, doing my best to remove the acid soaking through my underwear with paper towels, looking for all. I just wet myself. In hindsight, I was at a Walmart, so I probably should have just bought a change of clothes there. That was great, and I wasn't in the mood to deal with logistics of how to change the clothes and also buy. Instead, I just turned so my junk wouldn't be exposed to further release
So now your
acid.
booty is?
Washed my hands thoroughly and decided to grin and bear it until I could change back home. I buy a new battery pack. Just as I put the battery into the backpack, however, I have a sudden hypothesis. Taking the battery back out, I put it onto the sidewalk outside and turn it the same way that I had oriented it in the previous battery pack to fit into my backpack. Sure enough, a bit of acid begins dripping from the area near the negative terminal. A quick Google confirms it. Some car batteries have vents along the top that can leak sulfuric acid if you don't carry them upright. And this, but not my old battery, I guess, was apparently one of them. My last battery wasn't defective. I had just been carrying it the the wrong way up and had to suffer the consequences. I was humbled. I keep this new battery outside of the backpack and get another lift back to my place. My phone's around 4% battery at this juncture, so it can stay upright. It's uncomfortable to say the least, since a significant portion of my clothing and my skin is still covered in acid, and there's around 40 minutes before getting home. I drop the battery next to my car, rush into the apartment, disrobe, and take a shower before putting on fresh clothes. Thankfully, the acid didn't burn me too badly, although there's still a fair bit of pain irritation to this day.
How long ago was this?
This is a week ago.
Oh.
I still haven't put the battery in yet, since after all that, I just didn't have the energy. But I will try, and I sincerely hope that it works.
Oh my god.
Edit, for those comments, did you consider just driving it to Walmart? No, I didn't. But it's much simpler to, yes, I do now. I'm so glad that you and the other 50 people commentating the exact same further past me in a Tfue post. For real, though, I appreciate the advice for future situations. It just gets kind of tiring when the same advice gets repeated by dozens of people, sometimes in less terms. Meanwhile, for an update, it's now the next day. My burns haven't suddenly started eating my flesh or anything, so I should be in the clear. I put in the battery, and against all odds, it works. My car starts now with no jump necessary. So at least all this awfulness wasn't for nothing.
Well, a less catastrophic way, that's how I felt after I went through all that work and just figured out, oh, I could just zoom. I could just zoom my drawings instead of getting an table. Man, my legs already fell asleep. I haven't even been here that long.
Let me see those legs, girl.
I got another one where that one came from. Oh, my sock. Wow, my legs fell asleep really fast. It took me longer to get started though. Okay.
I really like the Tfue thread.
Yeah.
This one is Tfue by selling a new teaser, our most potent product.
What?
He sold a new cannabis product.
Oh shit. That's gonna be great.
My day at work started okay, but that was about to change quickness. I work at a kids dispensary in Montana, and Montana just recreational use on New Year's Day. Busy, and everyone had questions about different products and which one does which and how do I use those questions. I met Robbie, and Robbie had never tried cannabis in any form in his entire life. I wasn't buying it, but I digress. I asked him if he'd prefer to smoke flower, try vaping, maybe try some edibles. He said, what will do the trick the quickest? And I said an RSO syringe would fit his criteria and suggest starting out with something less potent if you have no tolerance. Take the RSO, and then asked me how to use it. I told him my preference is to put a drop, and I emphasized drop twice on a Cheez-It and wash it down with soda or something because it tastes like the south end of a north. What does that mean?
A what?
A northbound horse.
But horse's ass. I'm saying it like that, but they mean horse's ass.
An hour later, the phone rang, and another bud tender answered it. The vibes I were getting were ground shaking. The bud tender repeated, "Ma'am, calm down," multiple times. The lady was Robbie's wife. I found out after taking the phone. She was panicking that her husband was sweating and trembling. She was consuming an allergic reaction to the cannabis he was consuming. I asked her how much he consumed, and she said the syringe she was using to apply the oil to some cheese was empty. FML, I didn't specify to Robbie that one is all it takes. Note, Robbie drained the whole syringe full of Cheez-Its.
Oh my
She was taking it to the hospital just in case
no.
reaction. Robbie is fine, but I'm guessing he had a little PTSD from cannabis. Remember, it's like a cat and a room full of rocking chairs. Sorry, Robbie.
How old is this dude writing this? It's like shit my dad would say. That was hilarious. That dude had like a trip. Damn.
That reminds me of when Percival brought that candle.
Oh, it's not candy, it's a candle.
Oh, this isn't a candy, this is a candle. It's too
Makes
small.
sense.
What is in this candy?
Why is what if all is on is that like donut thing? Wouldn't that be weird?
It's weird the fact that you even thought that and that you said it out loud. That's a child, but sure. And considering, that's all we.
Chibi. It's like grade chibi. It's hard to see.
All right, what do you think of the sketch so far, Steven? It's a rough sketch, of course, but.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I did that.
I hurt my finger.
Yeah. Especially not when you're on the street. Also in general.
No.
Yeah, microphones blow out like great things. Great things.
Your rush sketch looks a lot like. Was that the goal?
Yeah, I was just trying to kind of transpose it. I didn't feel like taking a picture of it.
Phobic.
Transpose it.
Oh.
And I didn't feel like taking a picture. Plus, I needed to get reoriented anyway.
This week I've met 3 people who know what transphobic means.
And that probably means they're very straight.
Oh, I can't read that on your screen.
Cool. Add new layer. Got a background first, or it'll be what?
Is anyone else here?
I don't. According to mine, it says one person is watching, so that must be Steven.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say no.
Oh, in the new desk, Mom, your new desk, the little circle things for like stuff, the pencil things. It's perfect for holding a muffin. Haha.
Please don't put my muffins in there. I'll be really freaking annoyed if there's crumbs in there, Seth. It's not funny.
And it's the first time I heard someone say, "Please don't put my foot in there."
Things you shouldn't have to say.
Yeah, I'm a teenager now, so since a teenager, this is opening up a whole new bag of candy bums.
Candy what?
Candy worms.
It's like you said. First is and then
Yes.
candy bones.
Yes. I was like,
Nani?
so we're gonna hear the echo.
Mm,
Oh, crap.
language.
Yeah, like language. You're on TV.
I've said worse things on here.
You're on TV.
Children.
Yes.
Yeah, like Coca and Google.
Let's see. Trying to figure out what texture I want.
Or hail is high. I was like, I didn't know there was a move called high.
No, I can't.
Oh, I should watch.
The Pokeball dude was in this game. But he looks so weird.
Eating lemon drops.
What?
I mean, if you eat them, it sounds like that's good.
I love lemon drops. I had a bag and started eating them while watching a movie, The Lost Boys, because I got to peep my homie. That's what he said. I crunched them one after another. Since I'm a 34-year-old piece of crap who doesn't have a sensible mom around to tell him otherwise, I eat the whole bag. Afterwards, my tongue and gums feel kind of inflamed. But that's just a part of life, being a lemon drop thug. I went to get a snack and put sriracha on it, nearly covered it. I love spices. I ate them very but I took so would sprayed a can of beer down my throat. It occurred to me that I probably stripped the tougher part of my noses off by dropping all lemon drops. Should have paid attention to the discomfort about this now. I drank glasses of milk until the burning somewhat subsided, only to flare up again as the lava plates broke and fresh molten magma surged out. I stood my face and cried into his side like all the homies would.
Okay.
That was a weird story. Also, he kept abbreviating lemon drops as LDs, and I refused.
No, thank you.
Oh. What the heck was that?
That was weird.
He just smacked himself with the face of it. Even now, I can't get knocked out of my head. Nice.
Having a hard time with the pink for the.
Why don't you use a color picker? Instead of trying to come up with a scratch. Or if you have the capability to just do the grid color, you can just look up the color code for it. Food by eating a pickle.
Did you write it?
I really like pickles. Me and my wife both. They're sour and a perfect snack. I'm usually a fan of small hamburger cut ones, but my wife prefers whole ones. I'm not picky about it though, since we both love pickles. We each get one massive jar of them.
Jesus.
I've had a bit of a headache today. I like to eat pickles when I have a headache.
Ah, good old vinegar.
They really help. So I go to the kitchen, grab the massive jar and a bowl. I get 2 pickles out, one of them torn, and put the rest. My wife was sitting at the table with some headphones on, reading a perfect favorite things to do. I sit down beside her, put on a RuneScape video, and begin to chow down. The first bite, she looks at me because it made a strange noise. I was caught off guard. So I tell her to put the headphones. All is well. Pickle is delicious, how I like it. 1 pickle down. Then the second one. I stab it with my fork and bring it up to my mouth. It has a bit of a tougher skin, but I have to bite harder, and so I do. And all you hear is squirt. And from just this one burst coming, and perfect precision to not only shoot out of the top part, but straight into my wife. I begin to laugh uncontrollably. I was flabbergasted. I grab a towel while still laughing and give it to her to clean herself up. I then decide I should move away to finish said squirty pickle, and that's where I'm at now. Me in the living room, my wife's in her head, still reading her book. Probably still slightly annoyed at me for this.
If I come up with the buttery corn.
No, I've heard. Or the was. Remember when you said some Garfield line out of context, and I think it was Who Buttered My... It's when...
Who buttered my sausage?
Yes, because it squirts out.
Yeah.
But you just completely out of context and you're hanging out with some other people. You just said it appropriately.
Oh, was that when we were at Holly's?
Yeah.
And the 5-year-old was like, that was weird.
And I was just like, why would you just say that out of... And like, we weren't eating sausages or anything, just completely fucking random.
Anyways.
Meant by make sure when you make references, the people around you would understand them. Otherwise, it's like, okay.
Got any more stories?
Yeah, I'm only doing the good ones, so it takes me a while to sort through them because there's like...
Yeah, but is it red? The logo is orange, but red is... They lied to us.
What?
You're not being on Reddit.
Red.
No, the logo is orange.
No, it's not.
I remember it being orange.
Cool, you misremember. I'm literally looking at it. I hate it when people in these stories are like, I changed the identities. No one cares, Jared.
Yeah, they're probably gonna have like a name like John or something. Like, why?
And like, fine, that's fine. Choose the names. You don't need to write sentences about why you choose the name and all the thought you put into the new name. It's like,
guess what? If that person recognized it, they're the story about themselves.
Yeah.
Changing the name won't help. It does. Lag is a little better now, actually. Before it was like 10 seconds. Today, Tifu, by telling an 18 pregnant, which has to be roasted.
Jesus Christ.
I was on the Am I Hot subreddit, lost the picture of a beautiful 18-year-old girl, which had the caption, okay, be mean this time. I'm sure she had tons of positive comments in her previous posts, and she decided to be roasted this time. There were the obvious rude and crude comments, so I posted, looks like pregnancy without the baby bump. Well, my comment was the only one she responded to with, how come? She also had posted a pic 6 months ago that I was able to see, so I wrote, I'm going by the size of your breasts, and your face looks a bit fuller, but not fat. I thought it was a roast without being mean because she had a flat stomach. I followed up with a second comment saying, roast or not, you're beautiful. 10 minutes later, she deleted her post. I really think she was pregnant, but I thought I could use her body characteristics for my... Since she didn't respond to the other crude comments, I'm starting to wonder if she actually was accidentally uncovered it.
Do you know what this is? It looks like candy and it feels like candy.
Don't put it in your mouth. Anything that you said just feels like you're going to put it in your mouth.
No!
Just throw it away, whatever it is.
Candy in it. Tastes like candy in it. Chews like candy. I was just making sure that you were going to accidentally eat it. It looks like chalk to me, though. But if it were chalk, you could probably write with it in it when it smells like candy. It could be one of your ones.
It's definitely not wax.
No.
It's
That could have been when I was high and eating peppermints.
Oh, oops. It's all white.
Yeah, that might be the peppermints. Great.
I don't like this name.
Thank you. Oh. Actually, I do need to.
Have them all.
Thanks,
Shut
Google.
Up, you stupid thing.
Yeah, I was going to turn off those bells, but I can't figure out how to anymore.
So fucking
Sorry, I'll Google it.
Great. Now I have to hear it again because there was a 10-second delay. So stupid.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. So have you read an hour today?
Yeah.
When?
Earlier today.
When? You were watching YouTube videos when I got home.
And you were asleep when I got home.
And you were...
It was earlier because I couldn't fall asleep until I think it was around.
Oh, you did.
Did you read it an hour yesterday?
Yes.
Okay. I'm getting wibbly wobbly with our time frames here.
I remember. I think you. Whenever Steve's alarm went off, I remember you came up right after that. So it must have been.
Oh, I didn't start my timer.
Must have been around 8 or 9.
No, because I have to be at work by.
It was like 7.
I have to be at work by 8:30. So.
No, I just mean I just read.
I think it was like 7:45 when I
came
came up home. Came upstairs rather. Oh, somebody came in and then they left.
Who?
I don't know. This went from 1 to 2. They didn't say anything.
All right, Tifu, by answering my wife's question. This happened today. I haven't read this yet. I'm just going to try to do one. I got home today after work and decided to be proactive around the house instead of waiting for a honey-do list. What does that mean?
Oh my god. It's these lists that boomer wives write. It'll literally be like honeydew, like the fruit, and they'll be like little post-it. It's honey, can you do these things list, but they'll get like really lame with it and have a honeydew like melon list, like stylized. So it's a notepad that you write to-do list for your spouse, usually the husband.
I don't understand.
Can you do these things for me? So a honeydew list is like your wife telling you to do stuff.
Why is it called that?
Honeydew.
Honeydew melon.
Oh, okay.
Honey, can you do these things?
What a stupid name. Anyways, she had to take apart the P-trap and found out that the metal piece attached to the P-trap and also attached to the plumbing was corroded. And since it was PVC, it was not going to be an easy fix. I came out of my bathroom and started walking towards the shop area where my wife asked what I was doing. So I told her. She said, why didn't I just use Drano? I told her I wanted to clean the P-trap and continued on. We went to go to Lowe's, and by this point, I'm not in a good... I walk in the door, and my wife asked me, well, are you regretting your life choices yet? And me being an ass, I told her, absolutely I am. Every single one of them. Well, she is taking this as me talking about being with her, and I'll be shut down. This weekend should be fun.
Well, I mean, to be fair, she did take you at your word, so... But also, they're the kind of people who have honeydew lists, so...
Yeah. That sounds like the type of couple where it's like, you're sleeping on the couch tonight.
Yeah.
You're in the doghouse, mister.
Guys, I gotta go home, be all in chain. We're gonna watch Seinfeld together.
Fucking Seinfeld.
Housewives, too.
Okay, I can't apparently decide it on the fry, so I'm going to come back to this later.
Just do the water.
It's not any better. Okay, let's see.
Produce, as he has that long head veil.
Ugh, I'm not reading this. It's a whole wall text. This one says, Tifu by getting my finger stuck in my pet carrier. Should I read it? It's kind of long.
Sure. It's very niche.
When they put NB beside their age, do they mean non-binary? Probably. Or New Balance.
This is my first.
I have 2 pet rats that I love with all my heart. It's an interesting situation, is it? Because I thought I would have an apartment by now, but I don't. So right now they're paid for by me, but they're being taken care of by the pet store.
What?
Had an interesting situation.
I didn't know that was possible.
That just sounds like you're giving a pet store is what you're doing. This particular pet store takes care of animals when their owners go on vacation. I paid for the rats and the babies to make sure they wouldn't be sold while I was looking for a place. And bought them their cage. Last weekend I took them to the vet. I was planning to do an initial vet visit anyway. And one of my boys was sneezing and sniffling, so I sooner rather than later. He's fine, just us. I regret reading the story. Now to the part of the story that's actually relevant. You wrote an entire paragraph of irrelevant stuff. I'm downvoting you just because of that, OP. I have a small carrier that I put them in, along with a fleece for them to snuggle, and a little bit of watery fruit like grapes and apples. They aren't thrilled about being in the carrier, so I talk to them softly until they feel calm. and poke through the little holes and pet them. Today I had to take Mocha back to the vet. He wasn't happy to be going back. He was stressed out, and I'm guessing some of the stress was from not having his brother there. I was told to only bring Mocha, and I was worried they would charge an extra fee for nibbles if I brought him. So I tried talking to him softly and petting him. He wasn't very close to the top of the carrier, though, and I stuck my finger to try to reach them. And that's where I messed up. I still couldn't reach Mocha, so I tried to pull my finger out of the hole and ended up crying out in pain as it scraped against my finger, and my finger came out. I kept trying it out, and my mom tried to give me instructions on how to twist, which hurt even more. I kept crying out that it hurt, and it was stuck, and my mom parked the car and tried to help me get my finger unstuck. She used her saliva and pulled it out smoothly without any pain. I got some hand sanitizer and vowed to never put my finger in that far again.
I'm regretting you reading this.
Me too. I thought that was going to be a good story.
That story wasn't worth it.
Yeah, downvote the whole thing.
Tifu accidentally outing my friend as bi to our friend group.
Oh.
Good job, dummy.
Boring story.
What happened though?
So he was like, but yeah, that's what happened.
If it's gay, I'll care about anything.
It's boring. I'm not reading it.
Oh.
Basically, she posted a Dorito meme that said, "Why not both?" And then the other person was like, "Why are you adding me?" So that's the whole story.
The end.
I'm not even exaggerating. That's how I was able to read it so fast.
Overwhelming.
Tifu by giving a bunch of French motorists a not so sexy surprise. I don't know if I should read this one. Okay, I am going to read this one.
Lord.
Okay. A couple years ago, my friend invited me on a road trip to France. It was a height of summer, so the temperature was in the high 30s Celsius, and we were dressed for the weather. I've never been through France like this before, so I had no idea about all the toll booths on the highway. And the driver's seat is on the right side. I, the passenger, had to do all the paying. We drive up to the first booth from the ferry port, so it's pretty busy. My friend isn't used to driving like this, and he pulls up a little too far for me to reach comfortably out of the window. I struggle getting the money in the slot, and it's taking a while. My friend, seeing the cars behind us, is trying to get me to hurry up. The barrier lifts, I'll have to grab the change from the machine. So at this point, I have my whole torso out the car window, fumbling with a load of coins while my friend is yelling, "Hurry up!" I grab the change, and I try to sit down. It's fine, I tell him, just drive. It was not fine. On the way back our window, the door lock snags on my crop top. Somehow, under my sports bra, the momentum from the whole thing lifts my clothes right up, and my boobs just flop out the whole window.
Oh, no.
Now, unfortunately for me at this time, I was rocking a pair of G-cups, so when I popped out, it flopped in the most undignified way possible. I started yelling and all the commotion. He drives off because after figuring what happened, he is killing himself with laughter. No idea how we didn't crash the car after that. All I can say is thank God the toll did not staff. For anyone who saw my boobs that day, I'm sorry.
She means you're welcome.
Someone said for whom the boob tolls.
Ridiculous.
I'm not reading the story, but Tifu, by ignoring my new car's tire pressure warning, he ignored the tire pressure warning on the car because he had just got a new tire pressure gauge and was getting readings of 15 to 18 psi.
Bless you.
The recommendation is 29 to 31 psi. Turns out that where he was driving it was 5,000 feet above sea level, and where he was is 400 feet above sea level. And that caused a huge gap because he ignored the tire pressure when he was driving on half a foot of tires for like 2.5 hours.
Jesus Christ.
All right, I am going to read this one just because I like the title. Tifu, by almost taking out a kid's eye.
Wonderful.
Yes, this happened today, just a few hours ago. This guy is going to throw this Pokeball again. I'm going to record it. It looks so weird. Like, what is that animation? Why are you hitting himself in the face with it? All right. My mom is into gardening to the point that we actually have a compost bin and put it in our front yard. Whoops. We actually have a compost bin and pit in our front yard. Mind you, I can't describe it accurately, but I'll post some pictures. Great, thanks. Anyway, I'm the one in charge of doing the digging in the compost pit. And the pit has some dried leaves and twigs at the point that I had to bring out some gardening bolt cutters to crack them open. So here I was, cutting the twigs and leaves, getting the attention of two curious kids. Then, as I was breaking some twigs, snaps and flies behind me. Remembering two kids watching me dig, I turn around and see it fly right past one of the kids' ears. It takes the kid and his friend a moment to realize that a twig flew past their ears, and me to move backwards in case another twig decides to seek an eye. Oh man, this is a boring story.
What a way to died.
Well, yes. I'm not reading it, but Tifu and realized I have wasted all my future life and potential trying to get my best career.
Well, it's the product of having boomer parents, really.
Absolutely. He's only 23 though, so what the fuck?
You're 23? Oh my god! You're fine.
This is what almost happened to me though. The TLDR is graduated an unemployed guy who wasted a year at home trying to find something good, but now I'm a loner who has no hope from his life. It was the love of my life.
Aw.
Granted, I was still kind of working, but it wasn't like, I don't know. Oh, you know what I should read? My Life is Average stories. Do you remember those? Or
Oh,
FML?
yeah. Remember that site had like a bunch of tabs, it was like FML, My Life is Average, Damn You Autocorrect, and there's a couple others. Man, if you could hear those pops.
Today I was standing in line at Starbucks. My mom, who was in a hurry, was in the car. I texted her to say, I'm behind 4 people. And she said, kill 3 of them. My average. Today I told my sister it's better when it's British, and she did not agree. I compared the Beatles to the Jonas Brothers and Harry Potter to Twilight. She understood. My life is average. My name is Joan.
Da-na-na-na-na.
I don't like that song. I don't know why I reference it so much.
I like that song.
But I don't mind the song, I guess. I just don't like it because it was on Guitar Hero.
You just heard it too much, it'll happen.
Yeah, it was too much. Yesterday I went to Old Navy. As I was looking at the Hall shirts, I realized they were all $10.31, and I am still amused.
What?
All the Halloween shirts were priced $10. Today I ordered wings from Pizza Hut and a pizza from Domino's. They came to the door at the same time. I tipped them both well for handling the situation maturely. They fist bumped and traded Parmesan cheese packets to confuse their next customers. That's pretty good.
I love that.
Imagine playing my voice is higher than your voice.
What's Echo?
My voice is higher than your. Oh my god, that would be horrible.
I agree.
Oh, is it show me? Show me.
The fact that they eventually get to just screaming.
Today, this girl at school walked up to me and asked if ice cream had calories. I looked at her funny and replied, yes. She frowned and said, but isn't it in the same food group as ice? And I'm still speechless.
Oh, God.
Last night, I was at a high school and my friend paid the announcer in the booth $15 to say 10 points to Gryffindor and our team scored. He did, and best night ever.
Your life is average.
Today I went to buy supplies. They had notebooks on sale for 25 cents, and my mother was curious as to why I bought 10 Hannah Montana ones. I went to a bonfire tonight. Best $2.50 I've ever spent.
Wait, so they burned them?
Yeah, apparently.
Okay. You still got your money.
Okay. Today in physics class, we got into groups to work on a worksheet. One of the problems read, you get on a bus and travel 20 miles, then turn around and travel halfway back to pick up Chuck Norris. What is your displacement? I wrote, Chuck Norris doesn't ride the bus rides Chuck Norris, and I got full credit for my answer.
What's that noise?
Your stream.
Today in my new Spanish class, I was carrying on a conversation with the people I sit by about the new preteen Dora. My friend asked what new things Dora would be exploring, while my Spanish teacher was listening in. My Spanish teacher prompted with Los Pantalones de Diego. I have a new favorite.
What does it mean?
His pants. I don't know who Diego is.
Oh.
He was like an addition to the Dora universe.
Yeah.
Another character.
He's not the monkey.
No, it's Boots.
No, he's not the fox. That's
Swiper.
It's not the map? No.
Wait, what was the map's name?
He was just Map.
Damn.
It's like how I named my fish Beta, because Beta sounds cool.
Seth, this one's for you. Writing. Today in English class, my teacher gave me this gem of a quote. An essay long enough to cover the subject, but short enough to keep things interesting.
That's a little weird.
But without the skirt part, I agree though, because a lot of times they're either too long or they're too short. So you have to find the sweet spot of the essay being irrelevant. Today I saw an Allstate commercial. The fine print at the bottom said not available in all states, and I laughed at the irony.
Allstate, not available in all states. Then why is it called Allstate?
Today I read the tag on my shirt. It said, this shirt was tested on animals. And I was about to be very upset until I flipped it over and read the rest.
Wool.
And it didn't fit. And it's what you for a shirt. Today I was working the register at Walmart. I was checking out a family and there was a book called How to Be a Ninja. Whenever I scanned it, the screen said, item not found. Well played, ninjas. Today, in order to make my math teacher look good, she taught us a trick that when the principal walks in and she asks a question, if we know an answer, right hand. And if we don't know the answer, we raise our left hand. Administrators think that the honors classes are smart. Today, my cousin and I went to a local Walmart armed with Nerf guns and proceeded to go to the section and have a Nerf shootout. I feel a Nerf dart hit me in the back of the head, and I look behind me to see the manager of Walmart armed to the teeth with Nerf weaponry. Needless to say, we're going to shop. I had 2 customers get robbed at the same Walmart, the bank, by the way.
Really? At the same time or just different?
No. One of them, he got robbed when he was paying. He left his wallet on the counter and someone took his wallet. It was his debit card. And so he came to the bank. He was like, I don't have any ID, but I have my debit card because I don't have a wallet. And the other woman had her purse stolen from her, and she had just finished taking like documents to move and like verifying. So in her purse, she had all of her credit cards. She had her debit card, her social security, her birth certificate, her driver's license. And she was like, and the purse was a good daughter that I had only gotten to use for a week.
Aww.
And I was like, and they took it all. And she was like, and they took it all. Wow. You just gift wrapped your identity to someone. But why would you go to Walmart? Documents on you is my fucking question. Like, yeah, you have them on you, but leave them in the car, yo. As we sang happy birthday to her, and it made her day, apparently. Sweet birthday to a customer, and apparently they posted it on social media. And Huntington monitors social media because someone from the social media team sent me an email saying, "Hey, your branch tagged," or rather, branch wasn't even specifically tagged.
It was just Huntington itself.
It was just like on Instagram. It was like at Huntington B or something like that. But they figured out which location it was by the video and sent it to me saying, "Hey, you guys are doing a great job over there." So that was kind of weird.
It's like, thank you.
Yeah. But it shows that the customers really do appreciate that.
Yeah. I don't appreciate stuff like that, but other people do, I guess.
Our customers tend to eat that stuff up.
Yeah. Don't like the idea of being sung to in public.
I still remember Foamy. Sorry, I killed everyone. They came running towards me holding a cake that was on fire. And I thought I was being attacked.
It's time to watch Caleb sing.
Is it?
Oh, what do you think of the Pokeball?
Pretty good.
Malate comes out and has that like ring.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a Dynamax Lapras.
Today, while driving, I came across a stop sign with the word "please" written under it. My life is effort.
Please stop. The children are begging you.
Today, I was taking a quiz in geometry. The question was, what happens when two planes intersect? And I put down crash and got full credit.
Oh.
Mother Nature.
What's the chicken strips?
Macaroni with the chicken strips. Boom.
I like that. Boom.
Wait, is that the song?
Hmm?
Is that song? Boom. I like it.
Oh, no.
You did not accident.
No, I didn't do it at all. Did I do it?
Yes, you said.
Like, whoa. Oh, I guess.
Wow, wow, wow.
Today, at the end of my business, my teacher informed me that she always ends the week with an acronym. We don't have class on Fridays. We can't use TGIF. She then proceeds to write SHIT on the black. It stands for "So Happy It's Thursday." It's going here. That's pretty witty. Today, my substitute teacher for English class was taking attendance, and he said, "Granger?" and looked around the room. Everyone looked confused, and he said, "Oh, wait. I forgot she switched oceans this period. Never mind." And he proceeded to finish taking attendance. This man. Today, someone's making fun of the little girl's penis. Tripped and fell. Cue the little girl shouting "fail" at the top of her lungs. Applauded. Today I was washing my hands in a gas station restroom, and when I went to dryer directions say "do not operate with wet hands," and I'm not sure what to do.
He's still standing there to this day.
Today was 9/9/2009. September has 9 letters. Wednesday has 9 letters. It's the 252nd day of the year, which adds up to equals 9. However, it's an average day.
twist. A few hundred people died that day, and a few thousand were born, unfortunately. Which is why there are 8 billion people here.
Oh, too many. Today I was running late for Spanish because the parking lot was completely full. That spot I got out of my madness. And I was quite pleased when I heard this is sparked about 4 different directions. Oh yeah, except when we were at Aldi earlier, I yelled bananas, and the guy was fortunately, I had on a mask, and I said it like right when he was walking around the corner.
Bananas!
And it didn't help. Bananas! Like, that's the weird voice that I said it with. Fortunately, another customer asked him a question. Because he was like, because he had done that thing where right when you pass the end of the, you can't see around the corner. And all I could see were the big pallet of bananas. And so I said that, and the bananas stopped moving. And I was like, uh-oh. And then I walked around the corner, and he looked, but I just pretended to, like, I'm getting popcorn. There's no reason for me to be interacting with you.
Did you actually
And then another guy, yeah, because I was getting it for your mom. And then another guy walked from behind me and went and talked to him. So maybe he thought that guy was just like saying, Mr. Banana Man, I have a question.
Oh, Mister.
It's Mr. Beat would have bananas.
What do you think so far, Steven?
I think this turned out really well.
Okay.
The background kind of reminds me of playmat.
A playmat?
Mm-hmm. Why have so many pinks?
I was playing around with what I wanted to do with Love Disc. Want some of the color theory stuff I was learning about last night.
Oh my gosh, tell me more. Tell me more. Do I look like a
door?
Well,
is that music? Or did you really want to know more?
I like a little bit more.
You've heard that song before? Tell me more.
Yes, Seth.
I haven't been in that musical.
Wait, I didn't know it was a musical. I hear it on the radio.
Wait, are we talking about the same song?
Yes, that song didn't play on the radio. It was counted as an oldie song.
I think that falls in the oldies territory.
I'm like being really paranoid and double checking my layers a lot.
I'll just do it all in one layer. Live on the edge of it.
Oh, it's so frustrating to have to redo layers.
I like that Despicable Me post where it was like, okay, so I start by creating a new layer, and then layers. It's time for me to do a different part. And then he looks at it, and it still says what.
I hate when that happens. And then I have to delete the whole thing.
Amazing. Bling, bling, bling.
I remember there's like a video that someone made. It's like how people really think digital art works. And like, all right, so now you're gonna do a sketch, just nice and easy like that. Now fill in the color.
Yeah.
And you're done.
I used to actually think that digital art wasn't real art because you weren't using like physical materials and you were just like cheating.
Wow, you really grown there.
Like that was such a stupid way to think about it.
As long as you recognize.
It's like it's not real art, you're cheating. Because you do have a lot of different tools that you can use digital art, but just because you're using different tools doesn't mean that it's not hard and that it's not art.
Yeah, you're gonna do it. That's why this one heading down a little boosty boost.
Is that a different form of bay leaf?
What park do you want to go to tomorrow?
Or
Going out.
No, wait. No, we should just go to something. We can go back to where we got the boba tea last time.
We're gonna go to Humble Park. Humble Park.
I can't believe I didn't kill. So I swear to God, if you start digging your chin into me, I am not your mother's shoulder.
Thanks for reading stuff over.
Tell me anything about color theory or not.
Oh! Ha!
That's when I stopped reading.
Oh. You basically want to stick to 3 or 4 colors in any given piece.
I'll stick to.
And then play around with like the satin and the contrast.
Instead of getting whole new colors.
Because I feel like a lot of the problem I have with my is just too loud. Because I'm always going to the most saturated of the spectrum for the color, and then doing several different instead of using using contrast to make the whole piece pop. I'm using oversaturated color to try to make it pop. I really need to be like sliding it down the saturation scale or adding inks to make it pop. That's why they're so flat too, because of how I. Anyway.
So you're less, but doing more with less.
Yeah.
Fascinating. So what you're saying is wing lips left you.
Went to Peru.
What did I do? She had a beard and it was
Hey!
my friends all
Oh.
left.
Okay. No. That
Pokemon.
song you were singing went in perfect tune with POK.
Did it?
Yes. Do it again.
What?
Do it again.
No, that was just any general rhythm. Of course, the rhythm was going to line up with that.
Oh.
Right? Because I was like probably out of 16, and then the POKE is just.
We can do acapella. We can do silly acapella. Let's do that little 2 thing you did.
But that's not long enough.
Loop it. Loop it. Please. Please. Please.
So let's knock it off.
I don't think our work can carry the right period in one hit. Especially not with Solid Rock. Yeah, well, like Melodic.
Melodic. Nope.
Good job. He hurt himself.
I do okay. I don't know what's going on. Oh wow, my elliptic could do it. You know, like my elliptic.
So, what do you think with this? Do you think trees in front of the mountains, or just leave the mountains as they are?
Is there? This is the lovers. So, are there back the original lovers card that we can? Yes.
See.
Because we're making loose ones back to that one. Because if we're a numbered card, we could do something like, oh yeah, the number of trees in this picture is an important part.
Yeah.
But it's just it's one of the primary Horcruxes or whatever the fuck they're called.
Horcruxes. Horcrux. Oh, never mind.
You can find those
Where they got the soup.
I think if you met someone named Piggy.
It's already been done.
You have met someone named
Oh, they have
Piggy?
tarot card puzzles. Oh, no.
Oh, we have to finish this.
2 years later, we moved, and it still hasn't been done.
I mean, that happened. That one puzzle.
Great, thanks, guys.
Because we started it.
Here we go.
Oh, you're playing California.
Oh, wow. No, we've actually kind of incorporated a lot because there's mountains in the background.
Well, yeah, I used that in the original sketch.
Yeah, and then the two trees. And I mean, there's clouds underneath the angel. We're not doing the angel part. So there's like clouds underneath. So I could do like mist at the base of the mountains instead of trees.
Do you like female?
What do you think?
A female Pikachu.
And a male Pikachu. Their tail is different.
Oh no, your mom's asking about like the background.
I was doing like an idea.
Thank you. I didn't realize they gave descriptions. I think some mist could be a nice touch to make it more detailed and full. Necessarily having to add a lot to it, by the way.
Cool. Thanks.
You're having like 2 Pokemon games in the span of 3 months.
Finally, yes. This is a remake, so
I know.
it's not the same thing that the game. I already played this game.
Mama and Avril Lavigne.
No, it doesn't.
It has so much less.
It has the same. They've made a remake of the old game and they up-res it. They added a few tiny quality of life improvements, but it's the same fucking game, for better or worse. Fortunately, I really like the old game, so it's fine by me. I'm not mad at all, he says. Well, he's mad.
You're mad?
No, I've played 9. I like this game. Although I do wish they would not make me water these stupid berries one by one.
One by one. Day by day.
Still haven't heard the musical that that's from.
There's a musical of that one too?
The same thing you said last time. I swear you had the same memory challenges as your mom does.
I said day by day. One.
I swear you're gaslighting me, so.
No, I remember there's 2 different songs from.
It's like when I try to wake up your mom and she punches me and she's like, I don't remember doing that.
I'm sorry.
Meanwhile, I just have a black eye. Good morning.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, it's okay. I like it. It's fine. Thanks, Dad, for that. Hi, Nim.
Ooh, I like the mist. Hey, Nim.
Why'd you come in exactly now?
I don't know.
Did she miss it? Is it time to read stories again?
I do FML stories.
What's that? Oh, right.
Forget my life.
No.
So happy you're here, Nim. How are you?
Why don't you just find me in the Alps?
Find me in the dairy aisle.
Okay, Seth, cool it down, please. Thanks.
Well, we really flew into it on that first one. Good grief.
Like those Thomas Saunders vines. Story time.
He still does those.
Yeah. He's really funny.
Is he? Is he back?
I don't know.
What is that?
I'm ready, D&D.
No.
Hey, I like those vines that this other person did. Is he bi?
No.
What? How's
So it's
that
like
even
cool
possible?
work, but are you gay?
Like, I don't understand.
Whenever I look up, like,
Hi, Spoonie. For D&D, Seth and Steven.
wait, we're doing D&D.
Not tonight, tomorrow, like I told you.
I thought tomorrow was Sunday. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm laggy.
So, do I work on Sundays? Ever? With this show that I'm in now?
I mean, you came early today, so.
So, you know, it's a Saturday.
And tomorrow's Sunday. So tomorrow is Sunday.
Oh my lord.
You just talked yourself out of tomorrow being Sunday.
But like,
You're like, I thought tomorrow was Sunday, which
Really
I don't think
calendar
it was Sunday.
challenged here, apparently. Me and
The fact that you were like, nope, it's not
no,
Sunday.
like, I'm getting ready to get D&D stuff prepared. We're doing D&D on Saturday. So.
then I misspoke. I'm doing
You
D&D
didn't
on
say
Sunday.
Saturday.
Yes, I'm ready
These
for
aren't funny,
D&D.
these are just
Seth
sad.
must not be ready for D&D, apparently.
And talk. Oh, why are you shaking your hand?
What?
Today, in class, a student had read that Antarctica had completely melted due to global warming, to which my friend gushed, yeah, it's been melted for like months. Yes, I have a girlfriend who lives in Canada. That's what it says. Today, while on vacation, I lost my virginity to this really cute girl from Canada. I texted my older cousin to brag about it, to which he replied, a girl from Canada. That's the oldest cliche lie in the book. And I didn't know it was cliche.
I didn't know that either.
What word is this?
Are you feeling like something is like touching my butt?
Scarpered. Scarpered.
I don't think
What?
that's the word.
Scarborough?
I think they were trying to say scampered.
Oh.
Scampered. Scarpered.
Yeah, I like the mist. Thank you, Steven. That was a good
Today,
idea.
my daughter asked me to hug her and tell her I love her like I always used to because she's 25 years old and acts like a little baby. FML.
Okay.
And everyone said you deserved it. There's like, out of thousands of you deserves it, there's 199 people that say I agree your life sucks. More like her life sucks. Today, the fire department found my car overturned in a ditch and on fire. It was 2 miles away from where I parked it about 3 hours ago.
That
What
sounds
layer
fine.
is this on? Oh, okay.
Man, these aren't as funny.
Yeah, I've spooky now. That's right.
I'm going to go back to red.
We're doing a tarot card right now. I'm doing the Lover's Tarot card for the Pokemon deck that Steven and I are building, creating, designing. Let's see.
A black guy, a gay guy, a baloney surround system walk into a bar. The vendor looks at the Sony and says, we don't like stereotypes here.
Heyo.
I feel like I should download that joke. A man with a black eye takes a seat on a plane. The gentleman next to him also has a black eye. So how'd you get the black eye? Well, it was a slip of a tongue. I meant to ask the attractive one ticket to Pittsburgh. Instead, I asked for one ticket to Pittsburgh, and she punched me. Mine was a slip of the tongue, too. This morning at breakfast, I meant to ask my wife, honey, please pass. But instead it came out, you ruined my life.
No.
That was weird. I read that one without reading it. I have that weird delayed reaction to it. Your eyes look red, said the cop. Have you been smoking glazed? I replied. You eat donuts. So it said, life pro tip, never say this to a cop. The first thing I always look for in a woman is her heart. Her breasts are always in the way is not my fault.
One time I went to Whole Foods with my mom, and we were standing. There was a cop standing in front of the organic donut display, and I was like, "There's a joke in here." But me being scared, I didn't make it. So
I'm going to try the accents for this one. A minister was seated next to a cowboy. After the plane were born, drink orders were taken. The cowboy asked for a whiskey and soda, which was placed before him. The flight attendant then asked the minister if he would like a drink. The minister replied in disgust, I'd rather be savagely raped by brazen whores than let liquor touch my lips. So the cowboy then handed his drink back to the attendant and said, me too. I didn't know we had a choice. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
It was one of those where I said that a lot at home. I decided to surround my property with 4-foot-high concrete dildos. My neighbor hates his wife is on the fence.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god!
A king's chef was sentenced to death after serving food one too many times. On the day the sentence was, the chef brought one of his cakes and presented it to the headsman in hopes it would encourage him to make the death and painless. When the headsman returned home, his wife asked how the proceedings had gone. Awful taste, but great execution.
Let's see how you did.
Just message that, tweet that at you.
Right? He better have. Otherwise, we're going to do it.
There better be some it's raw jokes.
I feel like he's probably right. I want the really creative one.
What are you, an idiot sandwich?
Oh, God. Okay, time to get off Reddit.
Oh, the spooky dice Steven is talking about is what you guys gave me for Christmas.
What?
Thank you. Yeah, I can't believe we've been working on it for like this deck.
At least 4 years.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure since I've got a bunch of on coffee dates from like 2019 and 2020 because we were really getting into it at the beginning and doing the rough sketches and planning and stuff, and then COVID.
Ridiculous.
The sketches. Did you do both of these? Did I do this one?
Look your. Well, Parcel like me and Parcel look like you. Circle stuff.
Okay. He did.
All right, so
This initial.
your mom just asked her to lay face down.
For the Lover's Tarot card, but I didn't really want to do like people in it. But it's super cute, so I'm probably going to do like a standalone
Your mom
painting
was so
of it.
fat, they just had to snap twice.
And then
Oh my god.
and then we did this one together. I'm not sure how well it's showing up.
Your mom is so fat, I started a separate theory for her. Your mom was so fat, she fell down from both sides.
Logical sense.
That was ridiculous.
Why do I laugh?
Because you have a great laugh.
No, it sounds so weird.
Seth, you hear how these people laugh and all the other things. Even your laugh sounds weird.
Well, like...
And you sound like a Mario character. Like, your sound is fine. All these space jokes, and that's getting on my nerves. Interviewer, can you explain these gaps in your resume? I believe those were caused by the space bar.
I could probably not get...
A man dies and arrives at heaven. As he's standing at the early gates, he notices a huge wall of clocks. He asks, "What? Those are lie clocks." Every time someone tells a lie, the hand, "Oh, whose clock is that?" he says, pointing. "That's Mother Teresa's clock. Its hands have never moved." "Wow, whose clock is that?" "That's Abraham Lincoln's clock. Its hands have moved twice." The man asks, "Where's Boris Johnson's clock?" St. Peter replies, "We're using it as a ceiling fan."
That's a pretty good one.
All right. Pete and a boat.
I feel like I've heard this. Oh my god, my dad told me this.
Wait, I don't get it.
Pete and Repeat went.
Repeat.
Pete and Repeat went on a boat.
Okay.
Pete jumped out.
That's
Who's last?
Stupid. It doesn't work at all in the text form. No one to say repeat out loud.
Yeah. You're just like, what? Told me that I was like 10. I was just like,
I tell you how great it feels when we make love. I said, "Wow, gee, honey, no. Just go to sleep, okay?"
Jesus.
Yeah, that feels like someone just.
This is just somebody's journal at this.
Dear diary.
I wanted 2 DVDs.
Amazing. Every time I go on a holiday, my girlfriend gets pregnant. And the future. That took a turn. Why don't pirates shower before walking the plank? It's because they'll just wash ashore. Ah, that's pretty witty. I like that one. Why couldn't the blind executioner keep his job? He needed someone to show him the ropes. That sounds like a gumball joke.
Yeah.
Well, he never did have a head for heights. 3 friends, a turtle, a mole, and a bear, are drafted and have to join the army. But none of them want to go, so they need to provide medical proof of why they can't join. "It's easy for me," says the turtle. "I'm slow." He enters the examination room, and when he comes out, he happily tells his friend that he is in fact too slow to join the army. Blind. Why would they want me? And he's right. About a few minutes later, and hugs his friends that he doesn't have to join the army because of the blind mole. "Okay, guys," says the bear, terrified. "Let's face it. I'm the perfect soldier. I have an idea," says the turtle slowly. "The most dangerous part of you are your teeth. Without your teeth, you are not really dangerous. They won't
Jesus
want you."
Christ.
bear agrees, and the three friends start smashing the bear's teeth. Without teeth, your room after 10 minutes comes out again with a hanging head. So you have to join the army? The turtle asks carefully. The bear mumbles, "No, I'm too fat."
Oh no!
Sad story.
That's terrible.
So it's that everyone's here laughing, and here I am feeling sorry for an imaginary bear.
Someone's gotta go pet their teddy bear now. Give it a hug.
It's funny that you're talking about the bear. I'm picturing the bear from Masha.
Oh no!
That is not the bear I pictured. Wait, did you picture a bear?
I did not really. I mean, I kind of like something. From,
Masha would totally smash the teeth out of that bear.
Would. She would do it for no reason.
You've seen Masha
She would
before?
get him drafted.
She'd be like, I thought she wanted to help. Mr. Bear. No.
A middle school boy comes home. His dad asks, "What's wrong, son?" "A boy at school called me gay," the son replied. Then the dad says, "Well, if he does it again," then the boy said, "But he's cute." Unexpectedly wholesome ending. My astronaut girlfriend left me. She said she needed space.
Ho ho.
As if you fart in church.
We'll kill you.
Pew. No? I thought you...
It's
It's not really a tricky joke.
a church for like
Too long.
For at least a year.
for half of your
For
life.
17 years.
Yeah.
More than half my life at this point.
Once I was full of optimism. Now I am half empty. Get it? Get it?
Is it glossy or is it not?
I think in one of my philosophy classes, someone had the dumbass answer. The glass is as large as it needs to be. And I was like, well, I don't like you.
I like the answer. It's full of both air and... I always like that one.
And Zeus this all up. Alright, drinks it all. You didn't finish the air in there. Drink it.
Drink it harder. Go back to the other Reddit thread.
The
Tifu. Tifu's the best. I can say.
Yeah. Oh, sushi sounds good.
We couldn't find any.
Oh, yeah.
Eat all that corn in your hot pot. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want corn.
You're
And
like, you didn't eat it.
I don't think he thought he was going to get corn on the cob.
That's what it was. It wasn't a picture.
I didn't see the picture. I did a little long paper thing.
I was like,
They
there's a
took
gigantic picture of corn cob.
my-
I like fresh corn.
Yeah. That corn was really good.
I still always call it corn on cob when
It's
that's how
just
sounds.
corn.
Yeah, that should be called corn, and the rest of it should be cob or shucked corn. Free corn.
Shucked corn. Come over here and let me shuck corn.
Don't ever
Then
say
I'll
that
just
to me
eat the
again.
cob by itself.
Ah.
Yes,
My blue light filter. Don't need that right now.
it's fine.
All right. The background's basically, except for the water part.
No. I'm too late.
I recently figured out that I'm a trans bee, and I've been trying to appear more feminine. Tifu marks my legs. One of them trying to do that is shaving my legs. I did it once 6 months ago. Took a bit of time, but it looked good. Hair to grow back within a month, and beyond where it was at the start within 3. Was feeling dysphoric last week at Walmart when I came across a waxing kit. Figured I could get my legs looking feminine, pretty, and decided that was a decent way to go. So I bought the kit on the spot. So I decided I will wax my legs today so I could wear work suits to work and show off my legs that Monday at work. I prepped the kit and went to work. And this is where I messed up. I failed to heat the wax enough in the microwave. This made it hard to spread on my legs, and it eventually started to hurt. I still attempted to power through, and I was working along my right leg. However, since the wax was still cool, it would clump up and not pull off evenly, leading to patches of hair remaining in the waxed space. Clumps of wax remain along the boundary of where I pulled the wax pods, and I pulled up on my wrong foot, causing some mild bleeding. Now I'm hurting quite a bit, nothing too painful, but still worse than when I shaved. However, I eventually reached into the pack only to find that there were no more wax pads left. A full body advertised on the box and misconstrued it to mean enough wax to do the entire body instead of you can wax any. So I have a leg that feels like it's burning, covered in wax blood, and the only spot that I wax is the front of my right leg, right below the knee. This hard, painful material consumed started by going to a spa and paying for it. TLDR, I tried to wax my legs in a dysphoric episode, but only managed to take hair off a quarter of one leg right underneath the knee. I didn't know that would be a problem. Not that I will need to wax my legs. If you have like a large pimple, do you pop it or do you leave it alone?
I think you're supposed to leave it alone.
No, I know what you're supposed to do. I'm asking what you do.
Just depends on how it is.
I don't mean one of those subdermal painful ones.
Oh, if it's like
I
right
mean,
on
like
the surface,
one of those
then yeah.
big ones on the surface.
Yeah, if it's big ones on the surface, I get rid of it. If it's dermal, then I put like a compress on it.
I'm not going to story.
Battle that trainer.
No.
Why not?
He's weak.
It'll get you a little XP.
No.
Okay. Why?
To rebattle him. What? I took one step into the grass. Come on, man.
Do you like this blue so far for the
Mess, Brett.
What? Can you take
What
a picture of that, please? Take a video of that. Oh my god.
Mesprit travels along all the different routes in the area. I took one step into the grass and it showed up.
Oh.
I didn't. Normally, you have to go and hunt it.
Oh.
And it runs after one turn of battle. So I'm just going to throw Master Ball at it.
Do you like this blue for the water so far? Or should I go I think I should go light.
I agree with going lighter. It's too dark and it's too close to the mountains and trees. Like they're both greenish. Like, you know what I mean? I agree with going lighter. It's the bottom.
Okay, what about that?
Well, how do you feel now that you have a Mesprit on accident?
It's not as cool as Yipsy, but it is pretty cool. Signs of the 3 pixie Pokemon.
Do I need to go lighter or more muted?
I like that.
You like that as it is?
Yeah, and I'd leave a little bit of that darkness there, just like near the shore. Just to show how deep it can get. I was not expecting to catch money. Remember that you have to use this little map here. Anytime. Yeah. Mesprit will pop up on here and you can see where it is because it'll have a little face. You have to track it down. So I just happened to be on the same route where it was appearing. Completely randomly. 93 hours.
94 hours because it's 59.
What?
Was it 59?
Yes.
Oh, oops. Dang. Yeah, around.
Get around.
All right.
Is it more story time?
You're finally a good one.
Oh.
Wow, it's really quiet on it.
Whoops.
There's chunks of peppermint.
Okay, well, could you pick them up, please? Thanks.
You guys did run the Roomba room.
No, again, I probably just dropped them when I was high.
Oh, no, we have my.
We have a poop.
We have a Hulk.
We have God.
Do we?
I mean,
This person put Tifu by putting too much honey in my oatmeal. I made some oatmeal with peanut butter, walnuts, and honey. People keep talking about how beneficial honey is for health, so I started putting some in my oatmeal too. But today I put too much in. When I went to eat my oatmeal, I noticed it was too sweet. But honey doesn't have glucose, so I wasn't worried about the repercussions. Soon after, I started to feel tired. I slept in a Jolly Rancher, and that helped a little. I went for a walk. That helped more, but I still felt tired. So I used Google to ask why I was so tired after eating a lot of honey. Turns out honey still spikes your insulin and causes a chemical reaction where a lot of melatonin ends up being made. Well, I guess I'll be sleepy the rest of the day.
Like, no shit.
Someone said, wow, it's amazing that something that's basically pure sugar might affect you the same way as sugar. This one says, Tifu about hentai in front of my mom.
oh no.
Welp.
Was it made up lyrics? Or...
His own lyrics. Which...
Oh no.
Oh, God, I'm not. Dang. Yeah. Oh, God. That's so unfortunate. Okay, I don't like that. That was like levels of Friends and Rachel being unable to just use the regular words for things instead of my hoo-ha.
Oh, you mean Monica?
Oh, yeah. Wait,
Get
one? Which one has the dark hair?
Monica.
Oh, dang it. I was thinking of the right one, but I called it the wrong name.
Ah! That's not what I wanted to do. Whoops. Oh. Stop it.
I know. I'm gonna go to 2 sentence horror stories.
Ooh.
Think about that.
Keep it spooky.
There's also 2 comedy. I didn't know that was a thing. There's also 2 sentence sadness.
Well, I knew that was a thing.
All right, I'm just gonna go to the top posts from the last month. Finally, I have, the boy said when he threw himself on the couch. Pinocchio's dread grew as fast as his did when the words left his mouth.
Ew. What?
Pinocchio's dread grew as fast as his nose did. When
I get it. Oh, is this pink too garish? I feel like this pink is too garish.
Yeah. Well, that's one of your contrasting items here, so.
Which is fine, but it just feels really just. Ugh.
Could you subdue it maybe by doing a saturation, or I'm sorry, a desaturation on it?
That's what I was trying.
Put your color theory into play here.
Yeah. Which is funny because I went even lighter than my initial instinct was for this.
As it turns out, every time I die, I go back in time 10 seconds to try and prevent my death. The fall from the building was about 11 seconds. So he's stuck in an endless loop. Falling 11 seconds, dying, going back 10 seconds, and then he's alive 1 second into the fall.
God.
My 5-year-old president against the wall and screamed that he had wanted a PS5. We just stood there with our mouths hanging open, the body of his newborn sister lying crumpled on the ground.
Jesus!
That's supposed to be a horror story. That's pretty funny. I mean, think of the children.
Well, unnecessary.
It reminds me of, I don't know about that LJ back then.
See, I feel like this pink is too subdued.
I can't see it because the color wheel's on top of it.
Oh, you have lag. Sorry.
No, I didn't. That looks like the pillow you made.
This one that I'm doing right now over it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So can you put food to bed or turn on the light?
Turn on the light. She hasn't been up that long.
I got her up around 3
a.m.
Yeah, she can go to bed. Okay, I'm pretty happy with this pink. What do you think?
I'm waiting for it to catch up. Oh, so you just went between the two.
Yeah, I went a little darker. Yeah, that doesn't like scream over the rest of the painting. Thank you, Nam. I'm happy you're here hanging out.
I would do Two Symptoms comedy.
It's family time. Puka's done with the day.
Puka is always done with the day.
No, but this time she's like extra done with the day.
What do you mean?
If you look at her, you'll be able to tell.
I just went back to bed.
No. I mean, there.
Does she still have worms?
Yes.
Yeah. I know what she wants from me. I give her a bath. I think she wants some attention.
Should I bring her over? We could put her on the keyboard and she could be on stream. I didn't make a snowman, because otherwise my hands would have burned. I did. But I did.
You do have.
I know. I did make a drawing.
That's good.
My gloves are in my dresser.
You should get them next time you go play in the snow.
I know what you eat. Eggo Pop-Tarts.
That sounds interesting.
Eggos don't have any flavor.
Now you can get Eggo Maple Pop-Tarts.
Eggo maple pop tart. Oh no, that's a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna watch Encanto? That you might have heard about it so much that you're gonna not watch.
No, that's what I'm doing. Excuse me. Thank you.
If Cheetos count as chips, then so do Fruit Loops.
What? Cheetos and Fruit Loops are nothing alike, aside from being crunchy.
Oh no, I'm not staying up super late tonight. For once.
What time are you leaving?
Whenever everyone gets up.
What's the latest?
I don't know, Seth. I'm streaming right now. I'll figure it out later.
Tomorrow's one of those go with the flow days. So. No, I guess the latest would be if we happen to not leave before it's time for D&D. So you have that. These 2 sentence comedy ones are not very good. My therapist said that I tend to forget quite often. But today I found a chronometer with 45 hours and 10 seconds past. Maybe he was right.
What was that from?
Yes, that's the...
How would you feel if I used a votive band while mopping?
Annoyed.
Anyways.
Fucking bottle. What a band.
If you have clean, shiny floor.
But you don't going to do that at a certain point. You're not going to get it any more clean by adding a band. My bachelor's party, we hired a reverse strip.
What, a naked person comes and puts on clothes?
It's exactly what it sounds like, although it's a bit underwhelmed when she left with our clothes. I really wish I still have lingering being David's best man. Like doing it during the pandemic just made it so weird. Cause I had all these things that I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna do all this stuff, and it's or not, because we don't want anyone to get sick. I just didn't want him to feel like it was lame, you know? I don't know.
I don't think he felt like it was lame.
So who do you think is going to be the best man at your wedding?
That's not something I've thought about, really.
God! No! Oh.
Part of me wants to troll my dad by extending being an even bigger asshole when he turns it down. Having pulled out the condoms, it was clear safe something she was prepared for. She then fumbled the box and shoved it back into her bag, having mistaken it for the chocolate she wanted to share with her friend. What? How is this a comedy? I'm not down about it. I'm deaf, said the deaf man. Hi, Dad. Oh, it's what it was.
Wow.
But he wouldn't be able to hear you say that.
That's the one saving grace, yeah.
I don't understand this one. Wait, can Seth hear me?
Yes.
Damn it. Okay, I'm not gonna read it. I was playing skee ball when I saw a giant balls at it. And then I got dragged out of Chuck E. Cheese.
Get.
Remember that comic where the rats were like, even though the mice were getting into Garfield's gummies? It was like, it beats me! And then there's a rat around the corner.
I don't remember this.
Do you like this red for Applin, or should I go with the darker one that I just did?
This is a pretty dark one. I think that, and that'll help you do the eyes and the tail. So are you gonna make one of the Applin, the shiny one?
I was thinking, yeah.
Because you may both love this pink. So.
Oh, should I have made one shiny?
If you want, I just didn't know if you remember that we had talked about that. That should be a Tuesday's horror story. I was having a really bad day, but then along came the Tickle Man.
Oh, that's terrifying. That really is.
Yeah, it's in the.
Whenever I hear when I heard that, extremely skinny, tall, like hopping, hopping around like this. I'm here to tickle you.
Vines.
I haven't been watching any vines. I watched vines.
Are you sure you're not the one in this picture of Ball Guy?
The
Ball Guy.
what? Ball guy?
As the Tickle Guy.
Bald.
Because he does that jumpy thing that he does.
With Babbage.
Ball Guy. What are you talking about?
Oh.
In Pokemon.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to make them.
You don't like the shiny one?
I don't know.
It's green.
No, I'm looking. I'm trying to decide how I want to make one of them shiny. Would that be better?
The reason in my mind to make one shiny is the nod to people who understand why one of them is green. Not everyone has seen that. They wouldn't necessarily know that.
Well, I'm just saying if I'm going to make one of the Applin shiny, I should make one of the Levdus shiny. I don't know if I like the way that looks.
Oh, then don't do it.
I'm picturing it.
I was saying just an Applin and not.
Well, I definitely don't like that.
Well, fine.
if one of them,
Like,
if
not.
one pair is gonna be, then the other pair needs to have a shiny. Yeah. Do you like how I did like a sandy beach?
A Bandy Siege.
A Blandy.
Yeah. A Blandy what's up?
A Blandy. Leech.
That was a hell of a.
Blandy. Hello. Yes, I'll have one bottle of your 47.
Of course, 926,000 uses in one day, setting a world record.
But you know, it's over. It's fine. We can all go back to normal.
If it happened like every day, that'd be like.
It does.
Almost a million, like, mountain every day. That'd be like.
It
almost
does.
A million a week. A million a week. About a million. I'm sorry. Anyways, boop. No.
Hmm?
Boop.
don't forget you're doing it while you're streaming.
Damn it. Actually, I missed it last night.
No.
So then when I did it, it counted. Yeah, because I did it when I was doing a Skillshare Swedish course.
And that was like about one.
Did that after. So I've already done it for today.
Misty dude looks really good.
Oh, thank you. Where are you hovering?
Oh, I'm gonna show you. Is it
You're going to have to wait till I'm done, Seth. Oh. Pretend I'm like working.
I mean, you are. It's just,
Oh my god.
Man, I'm gonna regret looking at this.
You're just gonna wait.
I shouldn't have done it.
I listen to your gut.
Weird thing you say about what I just read.
Oh no! I'm sure I've showed this to you before, but what do you think of this eye I made? Does it look real at all?
What do you mean by real? The art?
Yeah, my eye.
Oh, the eyes. Yeah, I was trying to figure out what this thing is. I think it's a scribble. And here's the scribbling. Yeah. Well, no, after you said the eyes, I was like, yeah, I like the eyes. I was just trying to figure out what that
Yeah,
is.
it's like this eye.
Move your hand.
No.
I can't figure out what it is with your hand there.
Okay. This eye.
Move your hand.
Does it look real at all?
It looks like an eye, yes.
Okay. Anyways.
That one looks clearer to me.
You know.
The other eye to the right.
Are you gonna use this?
Wait, are you going to draw the other eye, or are you just going to draw the one eye on this side?
I'm not gonna draw any others. Are you gonna use the bleach stationery set soon for like letters or
I
something?
really need to, yes.
Let's see, what we got? We got a notebook. Got some note sticky notes. You got some other sticky notes. Got a pen with like a flippy thing on the top. And then I can tell what these are. These are pens. Just like little containers.
The word cunnilingus is more of a mouthful than the word fellatio.
Oh my god.
No?
Mom, tell Steven about what happened last night.
What happened last night?
You remember?
No, because I'm asking you what happened last night.
What's never happened?
I don't remember, Seth.
What?
You're glad that he wasn't around.
Seth, come on.
Great, now it sounds hilarious.
Wait, did you turn the Google thing off?
Actually, I have to release the Pokemon I don't need.
Do you know if you turned the Google thing off?
No, it's just went off earlier.
Oh, I don't remember. It should have gone off at 10. I don't remember it going off at 10.
Doesn't do that on Saturday night, Seth.
Oh. But did you turn it off?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. I'm losing my mind.
I'm sorry, I'm being annoying.
You're just not paying attention to the answers that you're being
You're
given.
asking questions where if you were paying attention, you would already have the answer to it.
It just makes me feel like I am losing my mind.
Which is funny because it's like you're gaslighting your own mom.
I'm sorry, I'm stupid.
No one's saying you're stupid. I can't find this one pen that I want.
Why do you need that pen? The size of the tip?
Yeah, it's just, I like the line that it has.
I just
Is it funny? There's the answer to my question.
This is weird.
Great. Can't wait.
It's all like pencils. How do you feel about these?
So I don't like them.
What if they're candy?
Then I would like them more.
What if they're bad candy?
And I'd still like them more than if they were Christmas lights. So there are 2 community days this month. Crazy.
Beside each other?
No, it's next week.
We just had 2 communities last.
No, I didn't.
Oh, they skipped it?
No, in December they always do 1 community day. It just takes place over a long period of time.
Oh.
But this is the first time they're doing 2 community days.
What are you talking about?
Seville tomorrow and Sore next week.
Wow, they're doing a really basic one.
What are you calling Seville basic or Bulbasaur basic?
No.
Did it twice?
And then they've done Charmander and
They've done Charmander
Charmeleon
4
and
times, so.
Charizard. He's judging me.
I'm mostly just angry.
At me?
Just
because of me?
oh my god. No. And that's what happens when you idle.
That's when Joshua sucks.
Stand up for what you believe in. Believe in. Believe in.
But what if I don't have any?
To back
So you're gonna get me copyright striked. Copyright striked.
My voice is not high enough.
My voice is hurting you.
A poop of tangled stuff called strangled.
Wait, what? Hold on, I did not understand
I'll
anything.
you that later.
I did not understand anything said.
I found a YouTube poop of tangled called strangled.
A YouTube poop of Tangled?
Yeah, I don't feel like explaining YouTube poop to you. You know it was already. I'm not explaining
Is this
that.
just a bad video?
No, not always. Those vary very wildly in quality and content. Some YouTube poops are the most funny things that I've seen on YouTube, and some make me want to end my consciousness.
Oh no. Sounds like Twitter.
Very accurate.
What the fuck do you know about Twitter?
Also, you better not be on Twitter. If I find out on Twitter or on Reddit, I ain't his phone away.
I think he only knows about Reddit from the years where they read Reddit threads.
I know, I'm open, which is fine.
I've not found any Reddit links, I don't think.
I just try to keep the Reddit stories away from him. Today I wanted to kill myself.
Yeah. I fucking figured out what I'm doing at the bottom of app one.
Taking a right bite out of the light, nipper.
Belly button.
I want to play the belly button song.
Water
That's
buffalo
He
song.
needs to tell you something.
I don't got a belly button.
There are some people that surgically got their belly buttons removed.
Okay. I mean, it serves no purpose. I might as well.
But what if you want to go back in the morning?
Ow, that hurt my brain.
I'm sorry. Well, I failed this time.
Good thing you're doing things to change it since you feel that way.
Probably won't be that better once I like deepen it. So.
What?
It's up to you to change it. So.
You get rid of that defeatist mentality stuff.
But it's true. It really does. It really
People's voices change all the fucking time.
But for biological girls, it doesn't really change. So, no.
But it does. I'm just telling you from my experience. It absolutely can, and it does. Like, I know women who are singing lower voice parts than the men in choir.
No, I was doing without anything, like doing it.
That's what I'm saying. You're doing stuff to change it, so you can do that. They wanted to sing lower voice parts, and so they practiced at it. They were born biologically female, and they identified as female, but they had more fun and enjoyment singing the lower voice parts. So they just practiced with the tenors instead of sopranos and the altos.
Put your hand like this.
No belly
Just like
button.
Run your hand.
I'm not
like
touching
this.
that thing. It's too soft.
Come on, please. I just want to show you what clouds feel like. Please.
Seth, stop.
Belly button, no. Oh, no. Ooh.
So for the bottom of Apple, do you think this kind of tan color is better? It's outside of the color palette I was using. Or would like
or have the bottom be red.
Like a light pink.
What's wrong with going outside of the color palette you're using?
I was just trying to like challenge myself, I guess, to stay within the palette. But I'm just like, I've been playing with it for too long and I just don't like the way it looks.
How do you feel about this?
Like the green looks silly.
You did pink, but it was like a desaturated pink. Would that look good? Yeah, I get the green looks weird. You made it.
Seth, knock off whatever you're doing, please. So like that, or
Ooh.
or like a white, like that. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay. Thanks.
Cause his love is for real. And to you he appeals.
What's the next music?
I like is real.
It is hard to feel. You know the real deal.
Raspy. And stubborn.
What if you just let it all out and just like exploded? Just
I forgot your mom was screaming briefly. Oops. I'm sorry, hold on.
Copyright.
You.
What?
You.
P-U. P-H.
Copyright stroke.
Ooh.
Stroke and.
I never knew that Chimcho was a Pokemon.
Chinchou.
No. There's one of the people you were playing against had a Chimcho.
Oh my god.
I just read it as like Chimecho.
Chimecho.
So I never knew it existed.
Okay.
And here, I thought I had seen all the Pokemon that existed.
You definitely have not.
Really?
I mean, there's over 800, and you routinely forget ones that you've already seen before, so I would say, yeah. You haven't seen them all.
I got the Applin bodies done finally.
I'm going to hear some news.
Seth, just cool for a little bit, please.
It's the Genshin Impact news.
You need to. I understand that you're a teenager now. This thing where your mom tells you something and you go, care or what you just said. You need to watch on that pretty quickly. You are, because you're doing that with your actions. Your mom is telling you to do something. You literally do the opposite right after she says that. You need to cut that out. It's mostly funny, but I would just stop it before it gets you in trouble. But it's pretty funny to me.
Why did you think so?
Oh, yes, I'm here for it. But just make sure you abide your mom at the same time. If you have news, you can share it. Anna, I picked the peppers. You'll be proud.
Pepper picker.
That sounds so rude. That's our word. Whoa, that was weird. I thought I went blind for a second.
What happened?
The whole screen went black in the middle of the battle.
Oh.
See, look. Oh, I didn't do it that time.
Huh.
Man, when you can hear the controller, it's like. Boom, 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 boom. Man, when I'm listening to my voice on Twitch, it makes it sound like my voice sound deeper. Well, really, my voice is just very.
Trying to flex that bass.
Yeah, bass. You did that on purpose, right?
I did not. I was actually trying really hard to say the right pronunciation.
Don't say the right thing. Don't say the right thing.
Crap. Said the wrong thing.
Drat. I don't date men whose name. I forgot.
I keep doing his eyes. I keep doing his eyes too low.
I hate it when I have that problem.
Did you have a stroke?
Sorry, leaves. See? That's so cool.
Who's biting your butt?
Overconfidence.
Booty biter.
Oh, my booty. I was saving it for God.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, Seth, I have a bunch of candy from Mexico. I was saving it in case you wanted to try some.
Oh, I thought you were talking about licking.
What? I don't even
Where
understand
did you get the
talking about.
candy from?
A customer.
When can we try?
Tomorrow.
After
Community.
midnight?
What?
1 minute after midnight?
No, I was asleep.
Aw. Cal.
What? It's not like you said, can I wake you up?
No, I'll wake you up for it. No.
Wake me up.
That would be an interesting choice on your behalf. Son jumps on my head in the bed. Wake up! I want candy.
Yeah, that'll go over great.
No one would eat it that night. I can tell you that much.
The lag.
Yeah, that's enough.
Ah!
I don't know, what does it feel like to have something created with your own two hands?
Pretty good. When it turns out how like I want it to.
I was talking about Seth.
I didn't create stuff with my hands.
Yeah, you did.
Huh?
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Didn't you personally select the features in a genetic, what's it called? Oh, he's right there. Look at his eyes. Wearing little dizzy glasses.
Or are those just his eyes? He's
Oh.
just dizzy.
No,
Dreadfully
swirly glasses.
dizzy. You have no idea what he has to do. Dizzy.
Well, I can't get back to the out forest right now, can I? Wait, is there nothing down here? Based on how Seth is lying down, I can't tell which end is his head.
Thank you, Nim.
It's the end on the squishy side. Seth, can you shake your head? Oh, I was right. Ooh, the chest. Don't mind if I do. How blue we talking? Yeah.
I accidentally put the PS power off. But there's like a Genshin 24 gigabyte update that was said it was gonna take like 18 hours to do.
I never do. He's doing it in rest mode. And then it was like,
Yeah, he's just saying he meant to leave it in rest mode.
oh, I would just put it in rest mode for you to bed.
Whoa. This is not the pen I'm looking for. Okay, what do you think of the Applin, Steven? All right, Nim, have a good night. What do you think of the Applin?
Oh, there you go. Oh man, if you can do everything style, it's gonna be really cute.
I might have beginning ones because I feel like just since I did the last ones, my style has changed.
This one feels kind of like the paper mache Bulbasaur that I have.
How many viewers does it say on your screen? And then Nim left and suddenly went down to 1. I'm gonna finish this all in one go so I can have that video. This really hurts. Okay. Okay, so if you have to.
It's comfy.
I really can't see what it's like. What it says.
No, that's why I was like, I can't tell which end is his head. So I was like, can you wiggle your head around?
Oh, look miserable.
Me and I saw earlier.
You look over.
That's why I said she looked more done with the day than usual.
It's extra done.
You look the saddest of pukas. The saddest baby ever.
I'd be sad too if I had to sit in that box all day with the bright light in my fucking face.
Here. You can watch Steven play video games. Give me your hand. Okay. You're going to sit on Panda. Be under.
Are you going for comfy there, Anna?
Yeah. Give her some attention.
From the bleak of existence.
That's a nice sticker.
They live in this one?
No, the wake me up.
Yeah. That's still just you and me, so. Thanks for finding the popcorn.
Yeah, I wasn't impressed with the price.
How much was it?
$2.99. It's more expensive than my bag of cheese puffs per ounce. Yeah, I'd rather have the cheese puffs.
Well,
But it's organic, so.
let me see if I can find a good way. Because I have the popcorn popper, I just don't like how it tastes afterwards.
Do you ever hit that part in your creative process where you're like, oh yeah, this looks...
Mhm.
What do you do when you have that happen? Do you get momentum for you, or does it make you want to like stop?
No, it's good moment.
Going fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Very large fishing. It's quite ugly. Fishing together.
Not really.
We go mudding together.
No. Probably should learn how to fish, and like I do want to learn how to skin and like prepare fish. I don't learn how to fish properly.
You mean not for sport?
For
I like the method where you leave the thing in the water and the fish are too dumb to not swim into it.
Oh yeah, I like those.
I used to have to do that in Cub Scouts.
I'm mostly interested in learning how to prepare and like de-skin and debone and all.
I can catch them if you want to do the preparation because I hate fish.
Okay.
And some people find it satisfying for some reason.
I know I won't enjoy it. I won't like it, but I just want to know how to do it.
The main thing is not cutting into like the organs when you're trying to fillet it. Ruin all the meat. How you feel about like survival catching rodent mammals?
What about it?
Are you against it?
For survival, no. For survival, no. Like on a regular basis.
Well, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not saying it's Thursday. I'm always surprised at what in survival situations like, ew, I don't want to eat that. It's like, okay, then die. I don't know about it.
I don't think there's really anything I won't do in a survival situation.
As long as you're okay eating bugs. I know how to find some bugs.
I'll like adjust because I know my body's just.
Yeah, but also you were just fine with cherry cordials, so you're fine.
I know. I'm just thinking I'll have to push past that middle part where my brain's like, ooh, no, and probably mix it up into other stuff if possible, like into some leaves or something. I don't know.
Yeah, some ranch.
No.
It's interesting that you want to do all this in one shot to me. It just seems like a lot. Like, if it will use up a lot of my MP.
It does.
Why don't you just have elixirs to restore your MP all of a sudden?
I
said restore your MP.
Not very, yes.
No, I didn't read too much on it. My voice is tired. I hope you liked it. Share a card and add that as the entire brush effect, and then drag around a whole bunch of shit.
Ugh.
Where'd Puka go? Oh, hi, Puka. Well, you already look way better. So she just wanted some attention.
Yeah.
Some attention on us.
Which is fair because I can relate.
I do wish I had a better understanding of animals so I could know if I was actually doing something that they liked or not.
Yeah. I feel like it's pretty easy to tell when it's something she doesn't like, but I would specifically like to know if she actually likes the thing.
Because she'll close her eyes when you.
But sometimes that's a good. Yeah, sometimes that's good, but sometimes she's like overstimulated.
When she doesn't want to eat something, she'll close her eyes and be like, I don't want to deal with that. Oh wait, I can't just leave that door. I'm just going to do my cooking.
So I guess I'm not gonna do stones, jewel stones like I was going to. Yeah. What do you think of this so far? Don't you dare. What is this? What is it?
You're just gonna do like a sandy, salty bottle?
Yeah, what do you think? What do you think of the detail love disc? The details. Think Okay, what do you think of something like this? Well, I overdid it, but
Let me see. Let me look. Change that. Oh, so you kind of added a like there.
I hate.
Get underwater.
Yeah.
I like that. Because otherwise it looks like they're up plate glass window.
Right. Yeah. And I wanted the parts of the rocks to look like they're under the water as well.
So I've been the light.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try one of these.
Okay. I love these. I love coconut and chocolate.
I'm making up all that noise so Puka's very happy.
Could you not? I love coconut and chocolate.
It tastes weird.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
It's like it's almost to where I want it to be. What do you think, Puka? Almost. Thanks for not taking all the mice you catch and burying them. That'll get annoying.
But how would you know?
Because I'd see you.
If I did it while you're at work.
You don't have enough spoons to cover up all that after. Right? Although, what if we just had a little mouse corpse grave and we just buried dozens of mice all in the same spot?
Jesus. Maintenance digs it up one day and it's like, oh my god, what?
You bury it right by a gas line. Hello? That's a gift that keeps on giving. What if we built a snowman and we floated with mice corpse? So when it melted, all these dead came out.
And then in the spring, the lawnmower can run over it. And then in the spring, the lawnmower can run over it.
Realistically, that'd probably be eaten by other mice, right?
Gross. What do you think now?
I made a mistake and I didn't get the heating pad before we put it together.
You can get it.
She's resting, yeah. No, she was. Her claws are in it.
Oh, what? Well, that's not how I said her.
Yeah. Thanks. Sorry, you're probably comfortable. I didn't mean to. If we're making any fun ways, and when you poop, it's always in the same general spot. And you don't destroy my stuff.
Wait, am I done?
You're very close to it if you're not.
Am I done?
Are you done?
Oh, I haven't done the sun.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of an important
Oh, their
part.
tails! Oh no!
Well, I didn't know if you had them facing forward. Because if they were both facing forward, then you see the tails.
Well, maybe I can just do like a little nub. You know, a little hint of a tail. A little peek. Maybe I can just do like a little nub.
Here's your kingdom, Anna.
Hell yeah.
Don't forget love disc tails. Oh, their butts.
Mm.
So when you're on your phone like this, on the chat, you'd be engaging with them a lot less because you don't like your perspective is always skewed down towards the phone.
What are you talking about? If there was more people in chat, I'd be like looking up more and engaging more. I'm not sure what you're saying.
You're right. What if you gave the love disc heart eyes?
That would be a cute variant. So.
It slowly goes to sleep.
Oh, it's open.
Yeah, this one on the side is slowly.
Wonder what that means. What do you think, Bubbles?
Yeah. Gotta have it.
Is that enough, or do I do more?
That's good. And booblets.
My vocals.
I like your voice.
Oh, thanks.
Beef. There's some reason me saying beef like that made Buka open her other.
She's like, yes, food? What? Okay, and then the last thing I think is the sky, because I wasn't really sure how I felt about that color. Okay, and then the last thing I think is the sky, because I wasn't really sure how I felt about that color. What do you think? Should I leave the sky as is? It overpowering the water.
I leave it how it is.
Okay.
I don't even know what you did.
I mean, I haven't done anything to it yet. This is how
I
it's
mean,
been.
like, I don't know what you would change there.
Well, it's gonna make it a little bit more blue, but then I feel like that would overpower the mountains and then the water. But I kind of like it how it is. Oh my god, I finished the card. We did it. Hooray!
Did it.
Ending the stream.
Everyone.